This is the All About Digital Marketing podcast.
Hey everybody, I'm Chris. I'm the CEO of Social Inc. And today I'm joined by Anna Simmons, our head of social media here at Social Inc.
Hiya.
And Gareth Alvarez, our head of content at Social Inc.
Hello.
And in this next episode of All About Digital Marketing, we're going to be talking a little bit about why content marketing is so important to small businesses. Gareth, obviously as being head of content, we'll start with yourself and just talk a little bit about why content marketing is important from your point of view and what the benefits you see are.
So content marketing is effectively your digital marketing, your online marketing. So, as a small business, you're not always capable or able to invest in sort of larger advertising campaigns or outdoor marketing in any sort. So what content marketing gives you is a cheap, quick and effective way of establishing your brand online for other people to find you, see you and engage with you. So effectively that's what content marketing is. And that's why it's important to a small business, because it doesn't take much effort to get yourself out there online and start seeing results and start seeing traffic come your way.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. And I think one of the biggest things that I struggle with still today when I talk to businesses, small businesses, even mid-sized businesses, and they basically turn around and say, well, we don't really do blogging. We don't really use social media. The term content marketing, and when people start talking about content marketing is king or content is king, the real crux of it is it's a hugely beneficial and valuable asset for a small business, and it potentially can cost nothing at the beginning.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of people, first of all, don't understand what content marketing is, because it's a phrase used to sort of encapsulate a whole host of sort of marketing activities that you can do. So content marketing includes email, it includes social media. Your website is part of your content marketing. Any landing pages, blogs, or podcasts even. It's all different styles of content that can be used to engage with prospects, potential customers, your current customers, your audience. So it's just a way of sharing knowledge, expertise, insight, and your services, products, etc., with your audience. And as Chris said, it can cost you pretty much next to nothing as you're starting out. And obviously, the more complex it becomes and the more involved you get, then you can experience some sort of costs as well. But as a small business, when you're starting out, it doesn't really have to cost you very much.
Yeah, and it's something that in terms of the cost, it will scale as an investment, because it is an investment. So it's something that you will be getting a return on. I think for me, the thing that's most exciting about content marketing is that it's a way for small businesses to become a part of somebody's everyday habits or routine in a way that doesn't involve them necessarily buying something. So that's, when people are talking about, we use all these buzzwords like brand awareness and generating traffic, but ultimately it's because that happens because somebody will look forward to reading your blog. They'll know that they can get the information that they're looking for from you because you're a trusted source. They'll get updates from you on email. And when they see your posts on social media, the thing with content marketing is that you're no longer interrupting people. It's about being part of their day-to-day, being helpful, building a relationship. And I think that's what's, really exciting about it. And, a lot of people, when they think about business, get a little bit too focused on, they get like tunnel vision about the fact that this is my business. And they sort of forget how they themselves as human beings, like all of us, interact with the businesses that we ultimately buy from, whether it's the service or it's a product. And that's, it's a daily thing. We interact with these brands even when we're not buying from them. And that's important to remember. And that's what content marketing is.
I think it's really interesting.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Chris, carry on, mate.
But I think what's really interesting, and I think over the course of these podcasts, we're going to get the polarizing view that we already know that all three of us have. But Gary Vee talks about it in terms of every company, regardless of what you're doing or anything else, is a media company. Now, when he says that, people go, no, I'm not. I bake cupcakes and I sell cupcakes. Okay, fine. That's okay. But the reality is the brand, the messaging, the content that is being created and the world that we live in today is about that. It's about what you can portray, how you can showcase who you are, the connection that you can build with a business, with a consumer, and making that relationship more human, more real. And I think when we talk to small businesses and we hear them complain or struggle, for example, with everything from social media marketing. So they had the best intentions when they set up their business and they built their own little website on Wix and they're happy with how it's all going. And then they've done a Facebook profile and a YouTube page and a LinkedIn page and all of these different things. And then they're struggling to realize that actually you need to keep these things alive, or, you know, well, Facebook doesn't work for me. And we have that conversation, which is, okay, well, what sort of content are you posting? What are you actually sharing? What have you tried? What are the tests that you've run to be able to see what content works and what content doesn't? And really interestingly, actually, the two things are linked very, very closely. So by creating content, so for example, if you are a cupcake baker and you're trying to sell more cupcakes, well, how much content do you create around the process of making cupcakes? How much content can you create in terms of showing the detail, the love, the care that you make, that you put into making those cupcakes, compared to, for example, somebody then thinking, well, I'll just pick up some cupcakes when I'm in Sainsbury's instead of buying something really, really nice. But it's actually quite an easy transition.
Yeah, and also it's important to remember that as you're creating different types of content that go up online, whatever they may be they a page on your website or a blog or anything, you've also got to remember that all this creates or develops or improves your online presence, which means that you're more likely to get found for certain keywords. And if you really think about it in these terms, when you're doing any purchasing for yourself online, when you're looking to shop somewhere, you're most likely going to start off with a Google search, unless you already have a specific brand or a specific supplier in mind, because you want to see what's out there. You want to get a feel for what's available, and just do a little bit of comparison between different sort of providers that pop up in your search. So the more of a presence you have, the more likely you are to get found, but also you build up that more of an authority, and it all feeds into people finding your business and choosing you over the next possible sort of person in your sector, your competition.
What's interesting about that actually is that, so marketers on a survey recently said that content marketing generates 3 times as many leads as paid search advertising. And that's obviously based on budgets that are being spent, etc. But more people are looking for the information and connecting with a brand that's providing that information, or whatever it is that people are searching for, through pieces of content that have been created and that are indexed on Google. Then they are likely to click on the search or the sponsored ad at the top of the Google listings. So people are becoming more and more aware of this, and they're looking for something a bit more in depth, or they're looking for that free bit of information. But all of these things are touch points that allow you to connect with your business, with your customers. And I think that's kind of an interesting shift from companies that aren't really willing to do anything. And then we're seeing the freelance or the Instagrammers, as it were, the influencers, who are completely the opposite. These guys have created a business purely based on creating content, but actually they probably don't even have a product or a company themselves. They just create content, and that's how they make a living. So trying to get that sweet spot in between, writing a blog. A lot of companies say to us, or especially small businesses say to us, I can't write blogs, I'm not very good at writing. Okay, well, don't write a blog. Start doing live videos. Start posting up more pictures, start giving an insight into what you do behind the scenes. And all of these things are pretty easy and pretty simple to do once you've got the basic understanding, and they don't require a lot of money or investment. I think this is one of the main things where people get worried or scared about trying to get into this. If you currently own an iPhone, you can go live on Facebook for your business on a daily basis, and it will cost you absolutely zero. £0, 0 pence, nothing in terms of monetary value. What it will take is you to spend 10 minutes getting on your phone, getting ready on what you want to say, clicking the live button, and then talking. That's all there is to it. So the content marketing from a small business point of view is huge as to what you can actually do and achieve, but it's also the opportunity of a lifetime. You know, we're talking about social media today, and social media having nearly 3.5 billion people. That's nearly half the planet. So if you can't take and leverage those networks to find 100, 1,000 potential clients or 1,000 potential followers, then there really is something that's not quite right about either the business model or what you're selling. But the reality is most businesses can use this content marketing to help them funnel through that.
Yeah. And again, it all comes down to the fact that when you're spending this money and you're spending this time, it's an investment. That's the biggest thing that content marketing offers small businesses is a massive return on investment compared to other things like paid ads, billboard advertising in your local paper, those sorts of things. So it all comes down to the fact that it's important because it's the biggest opportunity for you to compete and grow your business. Full stop.
Awesome. I think that's probably a great spot to leave it on. So yeah, any questions about content marketing for your business, for small businesses, feel free to get in touch with us. Please make sure you subscribe. We're launching this podcast and hopefully you're enjoying the content so far. We've got a lot more to come and we look forward to sharing it with you. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.